So,
be the best in Marvel Rivals? Marvel Rivals is officially out, and I'm here to help you find your main.
Xingoo isn't liable for anything you do with the characters he suggests, and if you pick up a character because of him and you're actually trash, don't blame me.
Before you start picking up random characters, you have to know what role you'd rather play. Most team shooters have the standard like tank, DPS, and support roles, but with Marvel Rivals, they're called duelists. This one is in charge of applying pressure and dealing damage. Strategist, which is the healer who's in charge of keeping the team alive and helping Vanguard and duelists where it's needed. Vanguard, which is basically like the group leader, their job is to tank damage for the team as well as being a strong wall the enemies can't go through. Each role is mad important to make sure your team wins, but which role and character is better for you? That's why I'm here, because I'm about to help you out right now. With duelists, there are two paths that you can take. For right now, let's call them Think 1 and Think 2. Thing 1 is a lot more aggressive and close up. It focuses on destroying their backline like their strategists, so the other team can't have anything to fall back on when their health is mad low. Genius. When it comes to Thing 1, I'd recommend characters like Iron Fist, Wolverine, Psylocke, Spider-Man, even Winter Soldier. Even though the potential for crazy plays while being a Thing 1 looks insane, you still have to understand how to play the character. You can't just drop your pants, let it all hang, and then expect to get played a game. That's not how that works, big dog. Especially when like most of these characters, their health is like lower compared to like tanks and probably other duelists. If you want to play as a Thing 1, remember to play smart, and if your health is low, don't keep on rushing people. Get your little slurp juice and then get to the action. Now on to Thing 2. Thing 2 is a lot more medium to long range compared to Thing 1. These types of characters supply heavy fire on the enemy from a distance to ensure that they don't get close to y'all. Right now, off the top of my head, the easiest characters that you could probably try are like Punisher, Squirrel Girl, and maybe Moon Knight. Overall, Punisher would probably be the easiest to get used to, especially with his kit being so like normal. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it, bro. Like, he has a very mundane skill set. You don't really have to think too hard playing the Punisher. But here's also a little rule of thumb when it comes to choosing between Thing 1 and Thing 2. Always think about your team comp. Try to have one Thing 1 and one Thing 2 on your team to make sure that it's a healthy little balance. Because if you have two Thing 1s and they're both low health, then most of the time y'all are gonna die and then the other team's gonna win. So it's like, if someone already picked a Thing 1, don't just be like, oh, let me pick a Thing 1. No, pick a Thing 2. But there is a possibility that you can have two Thing 2s only because they both can imply that pressure, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine going against a team with a Moon Knight and a Punisher. Like, that low-key be tough. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked, bro. Vanguard kind of has similar sub-roles like duelists, but this time they're called main tank and off tank. Main tank is pretty self-explanatory. They're gonna be the main ones taking damage and protecting the team. Characters like Doctor Strange, Groot, and Magneto will probably be great for that role because they all supply like that kind of shield. Like, think of them like a giant shield. Now with off tank, think of them like a duelist but with bigger health. Venom is probably the best definition when it comes to this type of character, but there's also characters like Thor, Captain America, and Penny Parker. Those will probably be pretty good off tanks. Now the last one is Strategist, and I'm going to be honest, bro, every strategist is good in this game. Like, every single character that I've tried in this game, they're literally viable, but obviously some characters do produce more heals than others. For example, like Luna Snow, my little K-pop queen. She'd probably be my #1 pick when it comes to overall healing the team. Mantis and Rocket Raccoon will probably be the top 2 picks depending on how the situation handles it. Rocket Raccoon is really up there because of the fact that he does have his respawn and he can do a lot of damage as well as producing a lot of heals at the same time. And his mobility is a little nice, I'm not gonna lie. And then you have characters like Adam Warlock who are also nice, but the thing is with Adam Warlock, all of his heals come from his abilities. So you have to play him a little bit smarter than other characters and make sure in drastic measures you can't have all your abilities on cooldown. But he does have his ult as a huge revive in case y'all are in a team fight, so that is also pretty valid too. Oh, and then there's also Jeff the Land Shark. Yeah, I'm not really gonna explain anything on that. Just play Jeff the Land Shark.